What is it about everyday carry items that has us so crazy? Like watching these pocket dumps and EDC dumps. What is it about the everyday carry world that is so intriguing? So that is what this podcast is going to be all about. I know some of you have been waiting for it, the everyday carry episode. This is episode 3. My name is Will. This is the Hard City Raindrops podcast under the Streetlights album, and welcome to today's episode. It's actually the evening, but you might be listening to it during the day. Anyway, gear, EDC, pocket dumps, everyday carry. It's something about it that's like, why? Why do we get so hooked? Why? I've been searching for this answer pretty much all week. Well, maybe for longer than that. Just all week I really focused on it because I wanted to make this episode, and I'm like, how can I make an EDC podcast? Like, what can I talk about? And like, generally, that's a car. I genuinely, wait, now I messed up again. Okay, we're not going to retake this, but I genuinely want to know what it is about it. And what I've been able to pinpoint and figure out is that I really think it brings you back to your childhood, like your earliest childhood memories of like that person who was an influence to you who had gear, and we all must have been attracted to the same people. And I narrowed it down to a few of these guys from TV, from our childhood in the early 90s. So you have obviously Star Trek. They always had some kind of crazy gadgets and stuff, which nowadays it's like seems like, well, we actually have those things. Okay. Then you had like Marty McFly, or like the Mad Scientist, or like Bill Nye, Indiana Jones, like, D.B. Cooper, although he just pretty much is famous for jumping out of a plane. But I think the whole name, I think they came out with like a comic series about it, and it was a guy who was just like always had like gear. I'm not sure, it might have been someone else I'm thinking of, but astronauts, like just astronauts in general. And Dick Tracy. Remember Dick Tracy? And then Roger Rabbit. So, or like any kind of detective shows or cop shows, or just like it. Those were the things that I think most of us really looked up to as kids, and we're like, I want a pocket knife. And for me, maybe that's just my personal EDC heroes. My EDCH. My everyday carry hero. So, and I mean, yeah, but like, that's kind of, I guess, where it began for me. Like, those kind of people. Or like, just like watching that show, like, I can't remember what it was. Was it Doug? One of them. Always had something. Well, he had Inspector Gadget. He had a multi-tool in his finger. And he used to fight the Shredder, right? Or was that the Turtles? I think that's the Turtles. And the Claw. The Claw, that's right. He had the Claw. Well, that's all you ever saw was that Claw. Did anybody ever see what the Claw is? Was it that his name? Now I don't remember. But I know Inspector Gadget was a big EDC advocate. Inspector Gadget was. I mean, I think he might be the unsung hero of the everyday carry world. I think we don't give him enough credit. All right? I think Taylor from Best Damn EDC needs to do an Inspector Gadget version of everyday carry. Like, who has a multi-tool in their finger? You need to find that person. Did you guys see the new Glock shotgun? I saw it on Instagram yesterday. Yeah. Getting it. Dude, that thing is sick. It's a double barrel shotgun. It might even be 4 shots. I can't remember the picture now. But I wish I had Jamie from Joe Rogan who could just like look things up for me. Maybe I could do it. I actually could do it on my MacBook. I don't believe I can mess this up. Let's see. Instagram. I need a Jamie. If anybody wants to be my Jamie, then that would be greatly appreciated. Hey, does anybody know how? So say I'm doing this on my computer, right? How do I get that on my screen? How do I do that? That would be cool. Don't you guys think? I don't know how to do this. Oh, I do know how to like look at my Instagram, but I don't know how to. You know what? I'm never gonna be able to find this. But okay, speaking of which, Saul Pat Giltech has up a picture of his EDC or somebody's, and he's got a. Dudes, I wish you could see this. It's a. Did my face all just get blurry? Is this blurry right now? Hold on a second, guys. I think I'm having some technical difficulty. Anyway, not really sure what was going on with my camera. It's like blurring me and stuff. I could see it. I'm like, I'm blurry. You shall not be blurry. Okay. So yeah, double barrel Glocks, Giltech. They're awesome little tools. If you don't know what they are, there's little razor blade things. I have one here. You guys on podcast can't see it, but YouTubes can check it out. You can't see it because the autofocus just wants to track my face, and I don't feel like changing it. I need a Jamie. One day. So for podcast people, let me explain. It is a razor blade that is a square-looking razor blade, just a holder. It's got a bottle opener, and it's just basically you push the razor blade out with your finger, and it's so. You know what? Just go on my Instagram and look at it. It's really hard to explain. It's called the Giltech Ruck. Super awesome. It'll replace your knife. Honestly, I like to carry a knife, but like if you're somebody who doesn't like knives or carrying knives because they look stabby. Right now I'm playing with a Kershaw Dividend. I camo painted it myself. It's a great little budget knife, but if you don't want to carry a knife, the Giltech is an option. I mean, mine has a little lanyard. I call it the Terminator because it's silver and black, which is going to match my new Glock 43X. Ooh, hint, hint, hint. This is the Kershaw fly-through. Listen. Oh, ooh. Not as nice as the Zero Tolerance 0808. Still awesome. But, okay, like, what is so awesome about gear and being a man, and like, even women, like, I see women that carry multi-tools. A friend of mine named Lauren, she's like multi-tool nerd, and she carries, like, she does not believe in wasting plastics or stuff. So she actually carries utensils, and they like fold. It's a little kit of them. Super sick. It's even like a straw. Like, that's awesome. So everyday carry stuff can mean like, hey, I carry my own utensils because I don't believe in wasting plastic, forks and knives and whatever. That's cool. So whatever it is that people are into. I mean, people are into all kinds of different stuff as far as EDC goes. And what is it about like being a man and having certain things that just make your life easier? And I think it's just that. It's just it makes your life easier. It just makes you feel like like you can do anything, you know? It's more than just like, oh, I just carry a knife because, you know, just because I'm a badass. Like I use my knife to open letters. Like, I want to be able to open. I don't want to have to look for something, like, and I don't want to cut a letter open with a freaking butter knife. Like, I want to pull out my Kershaw fly-through and be like, yep, I can do this. I can open this. I can cut boxes. I can do whatever I need to do. Bang. There are some items in EDC that I feel like are absolute necessities. Necessary. Like, you have to have these as a man. Like, and if you don't have these, I'm questioning your manhood. I'm just kidding. I would never do that, but because it's about how you treat people as if you're a man. You know, how you go about your life. It's not about what you carry in your pockets. Obviously, it helps, but it's not going to make you a man. A more of a man because you're carrying a gun or a knife or something. It's going to make you a prepared man, a smart man, but it's not going to make you a man. We can go over what makes a man in another podcast. But there are certain things that I feel like any man or anyone should have. Some of those things being the obvious, a wallet, your keys, your phone, right? Those are the obvious things that we all have. We all have these things, so technically they don't count. Everybody has a key for something, you know, or maybe you don't, but like everybody has a wallet, everybody has a phone pretty much. So those are the three things that majority of people have. Now you build off that, you know, so a knife, all right. Now, I don't consider the knife as important as the next thing, which is a watch. Why is the watch so important, though? Like, what for? Why do you need a watch? You have a cell phone. Oh, I can tell the time on my cell phone. There's two reasons, mainly. One, because it's the ultimate accessory. Lots of sirens going on in the background. Not sure if you can hear that. Apologize in advance. But there are two reasons, and one of those reasons being the watch, other than the fact that it tells time, it's the ultimate accessory piece. Like, if you're looking to just look for that extra little oomph in your outfit, a watch does it. Now, you can jack this up. You know, if you're wearing a sports watch with a 3-piece suit, you're not doing yourself a favor there, okay? So do it properly, you know. Wear a Seiko SNK 809 with a 3-piece suit with a NATO strap. You're good to go. It's more like of a James Bond type look, but that fire engine's hectically loud. Please leave. Come on. Okay, he's gone. You can't wear a G-Shock sports watch with a suit. You can't wear a Seiko. You could wear this Seiko to the gym. I have before, only because I was itchy in my wrist area from fiberglass work, and it's the NATO strap doesn't bother me. And I have to have a watch on, or I feel like my wrist is just naked. Like, I might as well have walked into the gym right out of my shower with no underpants on. Just like, hey, here I am to, like, do the bench press. You know, stiffy and all. Shower stiffy. So, anyway, do I need to articulate that? Probably not. We're okay, right? Okay. Hey, give me a big, wet, hard, stiffy for the... Okay, I'm sorry. I spilled water, and it's all over things. So there's 2 rules that I've made for myself real quick before I get lost, which I already did. Keep all liquids away from my camera and my MacBook Pro. I've accomplished this because I spilled water on the other side of the desk. Yay me. Okay, the second reason why a watch is very important is because if you're with, okay, say let's just play devil's advocate here, okay? All right, you're a guy and you're with another guy and you're in a business meeting and you two are fighting for a deal. There's this big deal, right? And here's the boss. The boss is like, which one of you guys has this better proposal for me to land this deal to this corporation that's going to make us millions? Both of you give me your projects. Both projects are great. Great job. Now the boss is like, I can't decide, but it's getting late. And one of you pull out a phone to check the time, and the other goes, let me check my Rolex or my Seiko Snowflake. At that point in time, The guy who checked your phone, check yourself out, and you're not gonna get that deal. You're not gonna get that promotion. I'm telling you right now, it's making all the difference in the world because you're showing you give a fuck about your time and you care about how you look, and those are two very big things in the business world. Time is everything. It just looks more, even when you're just having a conversation with a woman, you're going to pull out your phone and check the time. You just look like a bullshitter. All you're going to look like is some guy like secretly checking a text message from either his mistress or his wife. You know, oh, who are you looking at? What's that? Your girlfriend? Your other girlfriend texting you? Like, just don't put yourself in that position. Like, just don't. Just put a watch on, check your watch. You know, just don't, because it's what they're going to say. I don't care. If you pull your phone out in front of a date, she is going to say 100% this is going to happen. What is that? Your other girlfriend? Is that your secret wife? It's going to happen. They're going to say it, and you should just laugh it off anyway and kind of just be like playful about it and be like, you know, well, I always have room for one more. Anyway, honey, what do you care about this girl? I'm here with you now. All right, you got to have some massive balls to say that, but you know, most of the time, if you're talking like that to women, you're probably getting laid anyway, so you're all right. So watches, knives. I don't consider a knife so much, but you know, you should have a knife. You should have a knife because there's a lot of times where you need a knife. You know, you just need to cut something, and you know, you always hear, "Oh, well, I need to cut myself out of a seatbelt." Give me a fucking break. That's not why you have a knife. You're not, chances of that happening are very slim, but yeah, it's a good example. But let's get real. Why you really need a knife is so you can cut your pizza box and put it in the trash can. Like, I can't stand some of these freaking people that make up the shit to why they carry things. It's like, oh, you know, I got this blade here, and you know, this is for like when I self-defense karate fight my wall. Like, dude, no. You open letters with that. I open letters with my knives. That's what I do. It is not a self-defense option at all. You know what a self-defense option is? It's in a 9mm. It's called a Glock. That's self-defense. Okay, last resort. I don't have that. Something happens, whatever. I have the knife. I use it. Possibly. Whatever. But it's not my thing. My thing with the knife is they're very enjoyable to play with, and you need to pry at things, cut things, open things, open things, you know, but it's a freaking knife for. It's not really for stabbing. Most knives are meant to slice. You know, stabby knives are stabby knives, but like, that's like different, you know? I don't know. Anyway, beyond that knife thing, you have to talk about a flashlight and how important a freaking flashlight is. Flashlights nowadays, there's no reason not to carry a flashlight. The little Streamlight, AAA Streamlight flashlight is so efficient to just keep in your pocket. It doesn't look like you have a freaking stiffy, you know, like Morningwood stiffy flashlight. Like, holy crap, dude. Why do you have the king-size Sharpie marker in your pocket? Like, seriously. Like, I see these guys whip out some EDC flashlights that it's like, why do you carry that? Like, that thing wouldn't even fit in my Janko jeans. Remember the Jankos? The big baggy skater jeans? Oh my goodness. Or, you know, they pull out of like their cargo pocket. Like, stop. That's a violation in all, unless there's only a couple occasions to where cargo pants are okay. One, you're an emergency medical technician, a firefighter, a police officer, Indiana Jones, mountain climber, hiker, camper, fisher, something like that. All right, if you're just walking around the city with cargo pants on, please stop. I'm just saying, like, you could do whatever you want. I'm going to make fun of you, though, if you're wearing... No, I'm just kidding. I would never make fun of you, but, like, if you're have any kind of fashion sense at all, and you're, like, with the program here, like, cargo pants are just a complete violation on that. And you see a lot of it in EDC because I just want to carry more. But, like, you look like a douche. You have big poofy pant cargos, and you have, like, I don't know. You have like either, okay, there's two people who are totally in the EDC community have to be made fun of sometimes. Nothing Fancy and Cutlery Lover. Cutlery Lover made an EDC video the other day talking about he carries 2 guns now. 2 guns. You know the guy, the rapper 2 Chainz? 2 Chainz. 2 guns. Oh my God, dude, stop. You will never have to pull that the chances of you ever having to pull a firearm out in a self-defense situation are a snowball in hell, and you have 2 of them. One of them is a Glock 17. It might be a 19, I don't know. And then he has a neck knife, a Zippo, and like 30 lighters, and like, dude, what are you doing? You're just making it propaganda now. Now I just have to make fun of you. And you're from my state, so, like, I know that you're not getting in gunfights. No, I don't know that for sure. Who knows? Maybe he's, like, Indiana Jones. Who knows? And then you have Nothing Fancy. Nothing Fancy carries 2 multi-tools, 2 knives, 2 razor blade knives, a fanny pack, which is totally corny. I mean, listen, I have a fanny pack, but I use it as a sling shoulder bag instead, and it's only for when I'm off-body carrying. It's only for 2 occasions, at the gym and when I'm walking my dog, and I don't feel like rocking my gun in my pants because I have sweatpants on or something. And that's the only 2 times I wear my SOE fanny pack with a tourniquet, my Glock 43, and what's the knife I have in that thing? A K-bar, the K-bar knife. Other than that, it's like you don't need to, I don't know. I have an extra mag in there too, and it's always around close. And I have some extra mags in my EDC bag, but I'm not going to carry them around. I'm not getting in gunfights. And like, keep in mind, guys, like, people have had 6 shots in their guns forever. Cowboys, look, you know. Now we need 15 rounds plus another 15 and an extra mag. Why? If you need to empty that many rounds into somebody, like, you probably shouldn't be shooting. You probably only need 1 shot or 2 shots anyway. And your goal isn't to harm anyone. Your goal is to just probably usually suppress and get the hell out of there. Seriously. Unless you want to do harm to people. And if in that case, then, you know, I just would have to say, like, you're just thinking about it the wrong way. You don't want to hurt anyone. You know what I mean? You want to just protect yourself at all costs. Obviously, you know, if you have to, do what you have to do. But, like, if you don't want to have to hurt somebody, you know? Yeah, I was watching that Patty Mayo guy. That dude is so fake. I put something on my Instagram about how fake that shit is. They were, like, in some gunfight in, like, some hill or whatever. And these guys are armed guards, like bail agents. And, like, they're like, yeah. And they're, like, ready to shoot the guy, shoot at him. And, like, yeah, hey, man, if you waste him, I waste him. Like, dude, you're talking about a human being right now. Like, no, that's not what you say. You're talking about an actual human life, dude. You do realize that, right? And you have millions of subscribers, and you're acting like you're playing fucking Call of Duty. Anyway, that shit's fake and made up. But still, like, don't say that kind of shit. It's made up. So, why is a flashlight? Did I talk about the flashlight thing? I went to watch as the flashlights somewhere. Okay, you can't... I was talking about cargo pants and, like, how stupid that is. Cutlery Lover and Nothing Fancy. Those are the kind of guys you wear cargo pants. Just so they could carry an extra gun. Man, for what? You're just being dumb. There's no point. Just, dude, I'd rather look good and then have a gun and still be okay. You know what I mean? Anyways, get yourself a quality holsters. That's very important. Quality belt. But beyond what's so important for you as a man to carry, you can't be using your damn phone for a flashlight. It's a total violation. We've all done it. We didn't have a flashlight. We're looking for something with our phone flash. And that's exactly what that is. It's a phone flash. It's not meant to be a searchlight or anything. It's a phone flash. All right? like the flashlight app. You can get the flashlight app. It's a phone flash. It's not a flashlight. It's a phone flash. Let's just be clear on that. So a flashlight will do you favors. You don't want to be that guy. I've talked about it a million hundred times. You know, you're out on a date or you're with your girlfriend or wife, or, you know, maybe she drops her diamond earring and you're like trying to look with a damn phone light. Instead, you know, you're the guy who just whips out an Olight S1R2 baton mini and it has 1,000 lumens and you're like, cha-ching, there it is, baby, I found it. Or, you know, you have a flat tire on the side of the road and you're trying to see light and you have an Olight S1R2 baton and you clip that bad boy to your hat and you have 1,000 lumens to see them lug nuts, and you're in there and you're out of there efficiently. No problem, baby. I'll get us out of this mess. I got all tools I need. Boom, bang, bing. This flat tire is no match for me. Even if you have a plug. You have plugs in your back of your car. Do you have the tools you need in the back of your car to get out of that kind of situation? Because, man, that sucks when you can't. Anyways, carry a damn flashlight. There are so many reasons to carry a flashlight. And I'm telling you, men, when you do, and ladies, when you do, because, you know, we don't, like here, I think there's a lot of women that carry flashlights and stuff and gear. And I think that's awesome. Knives. I know a couple chicks that follow me on Instagram and stuff that always liking my photos and all that, and they carry knives, flashlights, and all. And you know, that's freaking awesome. I think that's awesome because, you know, they don't rely on the man, because some men are just idiots. Not all of us, but some, most. No, not most. Most of us are good. You know, you just gotta find the right ones. So, but beyond a flashlight, you know what I think the most underrated thing is that a man could carry is a freaking bandana. Why don't we have hanks on us? Men, carry a hank. Why? If you have children, you definitely have a hank. But other than that, like, you can use it for so many different freaking things. I mean, there is a multitude amount of things you can use a handkerchief for, but other than the obvious, which is blowing your nose and just cleaning yourself up. But, you know, just having a hank is so, it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, I have something to wipe this off. Done. So I have come up with the perfect invention, though. Should I announce it on here? My invention? Yeah, I don't really care because it could be out. So why hasn't anybody released a tourniquet, a belt that turns into a tourniquet? Not a tourniquet that attaches to a belt that's an actual, like, ratchet that turns into a freaking tourniquet. Because, you know, studies have proven that a belt does not actually pinch the artery into the bone. Like, you cannot physically be strong enough to pinch an artery to the bone with a regular belt. Like, it's impossible. Like, it works in a pinch. Obviously, if you have nothing else, then yeah, it's not like if you don't have anything, it's like, oh, I can't use the belt. It's not going to work. Yeah, I mean, try it. But, you know, I have tourniquets everywhere. But, like, why can't they have a belt that's a tourniquet? Why hasn't somebody invented this yet? North American Rescue, hit me up. I have the vision. I have the vision. And I want my rights to this, by the way. I mean, take it off. It turns into a tourniquet. It's a tourniquet. I don't know. There's got to be a way to do it. There's a will, there's a way. Because I'm Will and I say. So a tourniquet flashlight. Did I talk about multi-tools? Okay, multi-tools are super important to have. I carry a Leatherman Surge. You got to go Leatherman. Go Leatherman or don't go at all. You have to go Leatherman. Why, you ask? They're just the best. Leatherman's been around since actually the 70s. You know, I like the Victorinoxes because they're like a piece of freaking jewelry, man. I don't have one, but I want one. I was watching one of the original people who got me into doing EDC videos. His name is Craig Ship, and he did a little Maxpedition sling pack bag. He had 37 flashlights in there at least. And he pulled out the two Victorinox. He pulled out a Victorinox multi-tool and a Leatherman Surge, which I bought the very next day. And then he pulled out a Victorinox one. and it was just a shiny piece. He's like, yeah, this is like a piece of jewelry, and I'm like, oh my god, that thing's beautiful. I mean, but do you use it ever? No. He's he he did a couple videos where he's like showing shoes off, these like boater shoes, and he's like prancing around with like shoes, and I just thought it was really fucking creepy. And I'm like, yo, this dude like pets dolls in his basement or something. Like, okay, sorry, Craig. Anyway, he's never watching this. I don't know that though. I mean, but whatever, man. You're a fucking creep with that shoe shit. Hey, make fun of me if you will. I don't give a fuck. So, guys, I think this is going to wrap it up. I mean, I want to talk more about bag stuff because, like, there's layers to this shit. There's levels to this. You know, there's levels to everything. And I'm talking about the stuff in our pockets. I'm talking about the main chunk of it. And you know, the obvious thing, the keys, the wallet, the phone. But then it goes beyond that with the watch, the knife, the flashlight, and those are the three, and a pen. You know, a pen is iffy for me. I don't really like to carry a pen. They always like to fall out of your pocket. You just can never seem to get it right. Even a Fisher Space Pen, the bullet one. I mean, yeah, you can just kind of throw it in there and it's small and, you know, but it's still annoying in the pocket. So, you know, it's like having a slinky boner in your pocket. I don't know. Did that make sense? So, yeah. And anyway, guys, for YouTube, if you haven't checked my Instagram, that's Cafe, Hard City Cafe, Hard City _ Cafe. Check me out on Instagram. I have a couple little sneak peeks at my new EDC bag, which is like a camera bag. It's actually the newest, technically. They did have a new one that's released soon. VanQuest does. But I went ahead and bought the VanQuest Trident 31, which is 11 more liters bigger than the one I had. And I got it in black, and I absolutely love this bag. I'm doing a video on it. I'm working on it. I have a few shots so far. This is going to be another good video. So, like I said, the better content takes a little longer for me to do, but it's well worth it in the end. So, which is why, like I mentioned in the other podcast, like, you know, don't rush, kind of slow down, because I have to. I have to produce better stuff for you guys to watch. It's more entertaining. And plus, these podcasts are so much fucking fun. I'm so hyped right now for you guys to hear this, you know, because I don't know anybody else who's doing podcasts on EDC. Maybe Talon C, or, you know, I call him Beavis with a beard, but I don't know what his deal is with the podcast, and plus, he's got enough freaking attention anyway, so sorry I called you Beavis, but I like to make fun of people. Ask Chris from Prepared Mind. He still has that haircut, guys, or no? You guys... I can't figure out which is better, his knives or his haircut. Anyway, his knives are better looking than his haircut for sure. Like, dude, just wear a hat or bick it, please. Please stop. Nah. All right, let me stop. I don't want to start trouble. Anyways, I got to write in my journal. Me and the dog ran. We ran for 5.5 miles in the freezing cold today. It wasn't that cold. It's 46 out, but we ran either way. And I've been putting myself in very uncomfortable situations lately, and it's been paying off. All of you should do that. Put yourself in the most uncomfortable situations, because that's how you grow as a person. You can't put yourself in the most easiest thing and be like, this is easy. I gotta go, guys. This podcast is gonna be too long. I don't want it to be too long. I wanna go. I can go for hours about EDC. But the next one, we're gonna talk about bags. Bags, man. This new bag is so freaking sexy. I'm going to show you guys on YouTube real quick. Oh my God, right? Dudes. Guys on the podcast, listen to this zipper. Oh, it's so satisfying. Oh. That is what's known as a zipper orgasm. Okay? It's YKK zipper orgasm. Hear the chord there? It's just beautiful. It's a very zippers. It's Beavis with a beard. How did Beavis's go?
Hey, butthead.
I can't do it. Hold on. Let me see if I can do it.
Hey, Beavis. Is that a backpack? Shut up, butthead.
I could do it, guys. I could do the Beavis and Butthead voice. Okay, I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna start so much trouble on YouTube. Talon's gonna be like, that's not me. Fucking hard. Fuck that Will guy. He's a dork. I almost said the F word. Oh my god, it would have been so bad. Okay, not fuck. I mean the other one. I didn't mean to do that. Good thing I didn't say that. That's sometimes, you gotta really be careful. Okay. Anyway, guys, I'm dropping things. Drop it like it's hot. My dog's gonna come in here and eat my everything. Okay, guys, I'm out. I hope you enjoy the podcast. Like, share, subscribe. This is we're gonna do that bag and other stuff soon, and we're gonna talk about more stuff and other stuff. Anyway, that made no sense. I hope you guys enjoy the show. I'll see you guys in the next one. YouTubers, like, share, subscribe. Podcasters, thank you for tuning in. I love you all. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you next time.